No secrets up there.
We're gonna open up to questions.
John, what'd you think you learned from your team tonight with the performance?
My game, I would have done other things. I like to do radio here, so I can get out here first. I'll open it up. I thought it was good to get out there and play against some other competition, obviously. We're 25 practices in, and we constantly talk about getting better each and every day. And, from a coach's perspective, working against each other each and every day is extremely valuable. Okay, we're not the ones banging heads. Okay, so they're the ones that are constantly guarding the same person every day, and it can be a little bit monotonous for these guys. So that our older guys, these two guys particularly, need to continue to make sure that we're getting better each and every day, despite not playing other competition. So that leads into today. I thought the first 4 minutes we had I'm gonna say it was a new experience, okay, and not a coolness or a lack of focus and intensity. So after the first media timeout, which took forever to get to, we got our focus and intensity back. And from then on out, I believe they scored 1 point for the rest of the first half. The identity of this team is defensive. You hear me talk about it a lot in other media and different things when I talk about our offense. The bottom line is we've got to defend each and every night. Really proud of the guys in the last 12 minutes of the first half. I thought it carried over into the second half. Against a team that I've got a lot of respect for Thomas More, scheduled in the last 2 years. And Justin does a great job. They almost won their championship last year. I think they'll continue to be a really good team in their conference this year. I'm gonna let you guys ask the guys questions now.
Trey, was there anything defensively, the back end of that first half that changed, or was it just executing better? Because you guys didn't let them get a field goal for 10, 12 minutes.
The only thing that really changed was our intensity, like Coach just said. We came out like the first 4 minutes, however, before we got to that first media, it was just like I guess I'm not gonna say we didn't take it seriously, but we wasn't playing like we practice every day. And then we came to the first media timeout, and he said something, and then he put it in the next group, and they came in with great intensity. And this team, certain stuff is contagious, and we seen how they reacted and how they did and the success they had. So we were like, all right, come on, everybody else. From that point on, we all stepped up and picked up our intensity. So that was the only thing that changed. And our focus too. We started worrying about offense. We just started getting it, make stuff happen from the defensive end.
Trey, once you get out there and actually start playing, sometimes the stuff you work on in practice can kind of just fly out of your head for a little bit. On offense, when do you feel like you guys started to settle down and get into what you've been working on?
I felt like we settled down from the beginning. I think we kind of got into it. We just wasn't, we wasn't going at the right pace. Like we do the same stuff every day, and it helps us not forget stuff. So I just felt like we didn't have the right pace in the beginning. And once we, Coach Brandon himself, the coaches, other coaches on the staff, they said something about it. We picked it up, and then that's when offensively we changed the flow of the game too.
Javen, talk about the rhythm that you were able to get in. Was it just a matter of your teammates finding you in the right spots and you being able to put the ball in the basket?
It was just great to be back out there. Great to be putting a Bearcat uniform on for the first time. So just excited to get out there and just hit some shots.
How much did that mean to you, getting to put that Bearcat uniform on for the first time?
It was exciting for me. Just coming back close to home, playing with my cousin, playing with these guys. It was just a great experience and a good time.
I think your steal led to a bucket that broke the 13-13 ties. How important is it going to be for you guys this year to create offense off your defense like that?
Coach stresses defense. Defense is our identity. So, that's just what's going to win us games.
Obviously had the shot working tonight. What are you trying to do in the course of the offense to repositioning or the way you're coming down on fast breaks to find those shots?
Just getting in the right spots offensively. Coach has been putting us in the right spots, and it's just my job to knock down the shots.
We're watching you shooting warm-ups. Is this, obviously 3-point shooting something that you do well, but do you come into tonight feeling like you were gonna maybe not miss?
I try not to, but the missing part happens. You just gotta keep shooting it.
Trey, this offense, there's a lot better spacing. You're a guy that passes really well, and we saw it a couple times tonight. how much more comfortable do you feel being able to operate either in the high post or on the wing, not only as a scorer, but also, you know, the way you can pass the ball?
I mean, I'm very comfortable. I feel like me personally, I could have, passed the ball a little. And now just the type of system that I'm in, and the positions that Coach Brandon got me in, I'm comfortable, like, doing whatever the team needs offensively that's making an extra pass or whatever. So I'm real comfortable, like, passing the ball.
Javen, coach talked about finding the first available good shot is kind of the key to the offense. How did you guys feel your shot selection was tonight?
I mean, for the first part, I mean, I guess it was pretty good. I mean, shot selection has been something new that he's been talking about with us, so I mean, it'll get better over the year.
Coach, how often have you seen 8.5 minutes go off the clock before there's even a stoppage of play in that first segment? Was that maybe a part of why things were kind of disjointed?
Yeah, it was about as long as you can get right there, which is good, because that's kind of what our style of play games are in practice. My whistle's the only thing that's allowed to stop practice. And we went for a while. The referees must have been in really good shape, because normally what happens is you get some guys out there that can't run it down, they usually call foul.
How much of the offense that we saw tonight was, was it percentage or just in terms of what you wanted to get to? How much did we see out there?
You saw what you saw.
Anything else?
Coach, you mentioned Tuesday that you guys are trying to develop like a PhD in the offense to have some habits and know everything about the offense. Was tonight a step forward in that process?
Well, I have to go back and look at the tape. I don't think the offense looked great. Everything was developed through our defense, which it needs to be. We'll go back and look at it. The pace of it wasn't where it needs to be. Our pace has got to be a lot faster, which is just learning. It's, the ball can't stick. We got to get better in all forms, particularly offense.
Coach, you've been in games before with Javen hitting threes on the other side. How did that feel to see him hit a few?
Yeah, Javen's a guy that I'm well aware of when he shoots, it goes in. So it's a lot more comfortable when it's going in for you. A few times out there in practice, I was like, contest. I was like, no, he's on our team.
John, how did you think Chris Vogt played tonight?
I thought he played well. Chris really, these guys have tested this, really played well in the scrimmage. Really played well in the scrimmage. And he's a guy that's really taken the next step in practice. A little bit to Justin's point, he knows why I'm not getting into the details of it. There's ways to get him the ball that we haven't done yet. So we didn't get him the ball probably the way he needed to in positions that he's capable of being successful.
How did it feel like Chris and Micah did running the team
Well, I
tonight?
thought Micah was outstanding. I thought Micah was the difference in the run, him and Jake particularly, in terms of giving us energy off the bench. I thought the pace of play quickened. I thought we got him down the floor faster. I thought our defense looked livelier. I thought Micah was really good. Mike is the type of young man, when he's happy and excited, it carries over his game. So he needs to keep that kind of energy each and every day.
How good was it to see Jeremiah Davenport get some minutes in after being injured throughout?
It was great. He's practiced this week. I wanted to make sure, try to get as many minutes as he could just to get the rust off. Some of the guys, we had him out there just trying to get him in shape a little bit, trying to play him into some. That's why we left some guys out there for extended minutes to get the rust off and get the wind back.
Any idea how close Trevor might be?
You have to ask him medical staff. I'm not sure. He's starting to practice a little bit, but it's intermediate.
Anything else? Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.